Okay, here we go. Nothing on the stove. We're gonna need a pot. I usually use my Le Creuset here. And get all the stuff ready. We're gonna need the oatmeal, which is right here. And I usually use my almond butter and almond butter powder, which has no fat, same protein, 6 grams of protein, but only 45 calories as opposed to 180 calories for the same amount of protein in the butter form. So I use a combination of both. So this one gives me more of the taste and some of the fat that I need, and this one gives me more of the protein. So it's almond butter flavor, so that we got that. For more protein, I've got hemp seeds and chia seeds. We've got that going. What else? So we need to get my pure maple syrup. That's our next ingredient. And what I usually do is, let me get my cup here. Can you see from there? Yeah, okay. So 1 cup of oatmeal. More or less. Put it in the pot. Get my water right out of the faucet. I don't measure it. What I do is turn the burner on to medium high. I get my oats nice and flat in there, and then I just put enough water to cover them. All right, and that's going. Sometimes to speed up the process, I'll use my kettle there, and I'll boil the water while I'm getting all my stuff together. But this is just to give you more of an idea of what it would be. So that's 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds so far, just to get all the stuff ready. All right, so then our next, we're gonna get the scale. At this point, I just usually let it boil, so that the amount of time, that most of the time is just wait for the water to boil. I mean, you could be doing whatever you need to be doing, but like I said, if you had the water already boiled, you already be at the head of the game. From here, I'll just get a spoon. I get my scale out. Put a plate, whatever I'm gonna be eating it in, I'll use the same one so I don't have to dirty another one. And I get my almond butter. I'll put in 1 serving of that, which is 32 grams. So I turn that on, and while everything is cooked, while everything is boiling, I'm measuring out my stuff, right? So here's 32 grams. Let's see, this is 23, 39, so a little more. That's fine. 39, 32, same deal. The powder is 12 grams. Is actually for the same serving. It's 12 grams. That's how much of the fat is missing on here. And I tear it. 12 grams of that. All right, we got 14 grams, a little bit more. I'm not worried about that. And we're gonna do 24 grams of the chia seeds. And 24 grams of the hemp seeds. At this point, what I usually do is just throw the, you can throw it all in, but I throw in the almond butter first so I can kind of, you know, watch it melt. And you can already see that it's steaming, right? So that's what, 5 minutes? And like I said, if you already had the water boiling, you know, in the kettle, this would have already been, you know, ahead of time. So now you can see it's already mostly melted in there, right? And then I put the rest of the stuff in. At this point, when I can hear it bubbling, I turn the heat down to like medium low, right? Because now, technically, you could turn this off and just let the oatmeal soften up. I mean, you can literally eat it like this if you wanted to eat it crunchy, but you know, and it'll actually slow down the glycemic index even more because it'll take longer to digest. But I let it sit here. Now you can see it's kind of thick, and you're going to determine on how thick you want it. But what I usually do at this point is add my plant milk. I usually have the unflavored, more organic plant milk, but I got the silk unsweetened. It's not my preferred one because it has all these other ingredients in it that I don't usually add. I usually buy the West soy, which has only soy milk, and put in a cup. A cup is a serving, so that's another 7 grams of protein in here. Everybody's always concerned about plant-based with not enough protein, but you know, already you've got 7 plus 12 just for this. 7 plus 12. I forget how much the hemp and the chia seeds have. And I can't look it up because I'm using my phone to record this. So we're at 7 minutes. 7 minutes so far. So now I kind of, and this is a big serving. This is for me because this is my first meal of the day. Like I said, I usually have 2 meals, so I'm usually taking in about 2,000 calories when I'm running. I'm not running right now, so I'm probably should be taking in even less to maintain my weight. But here we are. This is already pretty smooth. I mean, it's still you can still see that the oats are still not softened all the way, but I taste it. And yeah, I mean, even with this amount, with no sweetener in there, just the flavor of the almond butter is already tasting better. I mean, the almond butter has 3 grams of sugar, which is like nothing. Now I put in my maple syrup. So maple syrup is the most sugar, right? 53 grams of sugar for 4 tablespoons, right? But I don't put 4 tablespoons. And you know, it's not bad sugar. I mean, no sugar is bad, but it's one of the better ones. So it's about a tablespoon, more or less. I'm not using a real tablespoon. But that's all the sweetener I put in there. Just a little bit makes a difference for me. I mean, you can put as much or as little as you want, but always less is better for me as far as the sweetener is concerned. All right, so I turned up the heat a little bit because the soy milk was cold, so it pulled down the temperature. So now I just put everything away. While I clean up, it's cooking, right? So I put all my stuff away at this point. We're at 9 minutes and 41 seconds. All right, everything is away. Put my scale away. I'm using the same spoon that I'm going to be eating with. And I use the same plate that I'm going to be eating with, so my cleanup is minimal. And at this point, I mean, the whole process started is 10 minutes now, but it's been cooking for less than that because I had to wait for the water to boil. It's already pretty much good, but I like to let it cook. So let's let it cook for a minute. In the meantime, I'm gonna get my blueberries. All right, I pull out a calendar. I'm gonna measure out. Oh, I put my measuring cup away here. I'm gonna measure out my cup of blueberries in here. It's almost the whole thing, so I'm just gonna put the whole thing. So that's about a cup of blueberries. All right, I'm gonna rinse them. Done. These are rinsed. Can you see them in the sink there? Oh, okay. I'm gonna get a bowl so that you can see them here. So these are my blueberries. And this is pretty much done. I mean, I like a little bit al dente, but it's really not so bad. I mean, I like it creamy like this. I mean, if you want it thinner, you just add a little bit more water. So good. So good. The sweetness is just perfect for me. But remember, I'm still going to add the bananas in there, so that's going to be even sweeter. So, there's my plate. I'm going to grab a banana. It's a pretty decent sized banana. So this is on 100 calories right here, banana. All right, so now at this point, I'm done. How long is that? 12 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, and I pour it in. That's it. Throw my pot in the sink, fill it up with water so it doesn't stick. Let me zoom in so you can see that better. That's a little bit too zoomed in, right? All right, so now that's pretty much it. Now I get my banana. If you can see it, I'm gonna put it right in front of it. This is my trick right here. This is a banana. This is how I do my banana. Open it right there, right? Same spoon. I'm not gonna dirty a knife. And I just slice it right up. Boom. This is my banana, garbage, and my blueberries. Go right on. That's it. That's my oatmeal. 13 minutes and 58 seconds from start to finish. For you, this meal here would only, this would only be like 2 meals for you. You could cut this in half. You can refrigerate this and eat the other one later. Don't put the fruit in, obviously. You can put the fruit in after. But that's it. Hopefully that inspires you to do it. You see how simple it is once you have all the ingredients to put in. And the scale is a great way to save time. Once you know how much everything is in the scale, just so you can be consistent. It's not so much that you want to measure everything, but it's just so I'm consistent so that I know that I'm putting the same amount every time. Anyway, I'm going to eat this, and I hope that you're inspired enough to make it. Okay, as you can see here, total calories is 1,141 calories, which is half of my daily food. And I got my protein, 46 grams of protein. That's my half of my protein for the day. Obviously, you can cut this in half for you. But you can see the oatmeal, it breaks it down how many calories. You can get a closer report on how much everything is. This is how I figured out more or less on how to make it. I mean, I only have to do this once and then basically repeat it. So I got 51% of my total energy. I got 47% of my total protein, which is actually more. I don't usually take in that much, but all my B vitamins are in there, or my vitamin K, magnesium, and so on and so forth. And what's great about this app is that you can actually click on each individual thing, like my protein, where do I get it from? And it tells you, how much protein you get from each thing, or like iron, where I get my iron from. And chia seeds, I got 49% of that from the chia seeds, or my oatmeal gave me 43% of the iron, and so forth and so on. Or you can pick whatever you want, and this app is great for if you want to fine tune your eating. Like manganese, I got my manganese 128% from my oatmeal. Or even knew that. So I feel that if I make this recipe on a daily basis, I pretty much get everything that I need.